So I'm just going to show you, this is not in your test or anything like that. This is, you know, we were talking about yesterday about lymphatic drainage and that sort of thing. It's a very superficial, it's very, very light. It's very, very light. So I'm just sort of touching and moving and touching and moving. So I'm pulling along the skin just like this. Here, let me show you with your hand. I'm using like this much pressure.
Oh, here. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to see it on her. Just so that you feel. It's not hard. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So, because we're working with the face, because this is the module that we're doing, we want to do drainage. So drainage, we're not going to drain, we can't drain up because there's nowhere else to go, right? So the idea is that we're going to drain out and downwards. And we're going to drain downward because eventually you eliminate it through your elimination, right? When somebody has a buildup of lymph nodes, or if they have edema or that sort of thing, right? So it instead, like before we were going from down up on the face, now we're going to kind of just go out and down, okay? Very, very light movements. So even though all your movements that you do when you're doing a facial massage anyway is theoretically out and kind of up, that helps with drainage, this one specifically is. This is, you don't have to do this in your regular massage or anything like this. This is just something that I'm showing you. As I mentioned, you could use a few of these movements while the client is under the steam if you're finding that they have some blackheads that you want to soften up and that sort of thing. And that's because the grapeseed oil helps emulsify that so that you could remove it more easily. But you don't have to do this. This is just something that you can do, okay? So I'm going to wait for that door to be closed before I start doing. So I'm just going to spread the product along so I don't have to reapply anything. Okay. Okay. So when you start on the forehead, you're just going to start by just doing very, very lightly. Some people, they'll do movements like this. It looks like they're doing this with their hands. It's just another way of doing it.
there benchmark pressure points or no? You just
There, well, as we're going along here, you're not, we're just moving it along, but the actual nodes that we're going to find, like they're all over our body, right? A lot of them are along here. So, or those 3 points that I was talking about earlier. So
top, mid, and lower ear?
yes.
Okay.
So once we've kind of moved things along that way, and sometimes people will start to feel things move in their sinuses as you're doing that, as you're doing any kind of massage. Keep losing my count because normally you do more than 3, but 3 is fine to start. So now you can just sort of bring yourself to this part, right where the top of the ear is, and just lightly do circular movements. Then go to the middle of the ear again. The bottom part of the ear, like that corner there. And then you go up behind the ear. And that's it for the face. So it's not really complicated, just very light movements, right? But always sort of out this way and then down that
Even when
way.
you're going down, same pressure? Like that light?
Well, you could do a little bit more, but,
Okay.
but not like, it's not an extreme pressure that you're doing. And it's,
Again, you have to put mask after this massage or not?
well, if you want to, or if you're doing this before extraction to soften everything up while she's under the steam, then you would go accordingly.
No.
Yeah, or you could put this into your massage. You could put some of this, but a lot of your massage is doing that sort of thing, right? But you could use a light movement. Pardon?
While under the steam.
Yeah, you could do that while they're under the
Before
steam.
extraction.
Yeah,
And
before
then
extraction.
after extraction, more relaxing.
If you want, yeah, if you want to. So it's very simple, but it's very